Morning, James Heyward CPA out here in the building. I think I'm on. This is my first time going live, so I don't really know, if this thing is working. But I'm going to go ahead and get started with the show. All right. So, as you may or may not know, I'm the principal. I think I got promoted to the president. Heyward CPA. And for a long time, we were talking about trying to do a live stream, get some things happening out here. Get some more, try to bring more information to the people. That's good. Okay, I think I'm on. I got somebody logging in, so I'm on. So, we're here today. This is our first live stream. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And we want to, talk about small business accounting, like real, So what I'm going to try to do in these podcasts is take something that's not the most attractive and try to bring some life to it. So we got hello there. The number one fan has logged in. It's all good. So now we're not alone. Me and my man, Baby Yoda, we back there. Me and Grogu, we getting ready to kick this thing off. So anyway, yeah. So look, this is the deal. We're gonna be here every other Saturday right now to provide information on business, taxes, whatever whatever questions you might have, and also solicit questions during the 2-week period, which you can send to us on social media, and we'll get ready. We'll be ready to answer the questions when we go there. So look, I'm going to get started. So in case you didn't know, I do have a background in radio. So this is not my first time broadcasting to millions and millions of people. So, but I'm a little rusty, but and I didn't get my slide deck done, but hey, don't worry about that. I will keep you engaged for the next 27 minutes and we'll go there. So anyway, let's talk about accounting systems. Let's talk about accounting. Let's talk about business. How y'all doing out there? COVID. If you ask some people, COVID is over. I don't know about that myself. You can ask people in other countries and COVID is far from over. But business people, we've had a tough time this year. And some of us have made it. Some of us have not. And some of us are going to come back. And one thing that we're all familiar with was the PPP. I did a presentation on PPP last March. Seems like an eternity ago. Did that on PPP. And one of the things that came out of it, so some people didn't get the PPP because their books weren't right. They had no books. They didn't know what their payroll was. They didn't know anything. So they wanted, PPP. They call in, hey, how do I get PPP and all that? So you need books. So I decided to put this together along with the forthcoming ebook of why your business needs an accounting system. And today I just wanted to go over some points and then introduce the topic to you. So I talk about this all the time. All the time I'm talking about this. Need an accounting system. Okay. Now let me be clear. An accounting system is not a piece of software. All right. That's not the piece of software is the piece of software. That's what it is. It is not the full system. So when you have a system, your system is basically accounting records your transactions. Let's just get down with that. They do the transactions. That's what we want. We don't record all the transactions on there. And so you can do that on Excel. You can do it in a notebook if you want to. You can do it however you want. But seeing that it's 2021, there are some the software is Terrific. Makes it easier. Okay. So you want to use some software. All right. So here's the first thing that we want to talk about. Why accounting? Well, accounting is the language of business. That's what Warren Buffett says. He's been pretty successful in business. I think we should listen to him. But accounting is the language of business. So this is why we need it. Now often people come into the firm, I just started a business. I need my books done and something like that. And they want their books done for the government. And I often ask them, I say, basically they want to report the taxes. You could put, you want to do for taxes. I ask them, I say, you in business for the government, or you in business for yourself and your family? It's a legitimate question. So what I'm trying to do is get people to understand your books are for you. They're for management. So you can manage the business, which leads to my number one reason that you need an accounting system: to run your business. That's the question. You got to run the business. Now, many people out here, you're great at what you do. Like if you're a woodworker, personal trainer, life coach, you're in the medical profession, you're an attorney, all that. It's all good. But running a business is kind of it's a static thing. It's a thing. It's just how you run a business. The product or the service you have is different from running the business. So in order to run the business, you have to monitor it, because our main goal is to make a profit. That's what our main goal is. So too often we get in and people tell us, listen, we've been in practice 10, coming up on 11 years. And I've worked in this business with my father before that for lots of years, because I don't want to date myself. And I hear this all the time. New business owner comes in. I need my books done. I need bookkeeping because, I don't want to get in trouble with Uncle Sam. Okay, that's fine. But the fact of the matter is that you want to make a profit. And the one way to make a profit, well, there's only one way actually, is to make more than you spend. So in order to do that, you have to track expenses. And that's what we use the accounting system for. Track expenses as well as revenues. So you get to some advanced planning, forecasting stuff, but you want to do that. Now, I can't stress this enough. All right. This is, one thing I'll tell you about these sessions is I'm trying to keep it, we'll make sure everybody, this is 101. This might actually be the prerequisite course. You have to manage your business. Now, all of us start and we use what I call gut accounting. So that's when you're a business owner, you know how much money's in the bank. You try to remember in your head this, then you start thinking every morning you go check the balance on your phone or something, and you're sitting there, you say, well, I know I wrote this check and this and that. And you run around. Those of us back in the day, we'd had the checkbook in your car. We writing checks, doing all that back when you could float a check. Can't even do that anymore. But, you know it in your gut. You know what kind of money you have, but you don't know your profits. You don't know. You just don't know it. All you know is what kind of money you have in the bank. That's not tracking your business, because the accounting is going to give you a scorecard of your performance, of what you've done. So therefore, you want to, monitor that. Oh, wow. We had a little pop there. But anyway, we're still in business. So you want to make sure that you are doing the right thing, monitoring your bread. So that's number one. You have to, but you can't do it from your gut. You can up to a certain point, but after a certain point, like you have to have it. You have to have that recorded somewhere. So now, once you do that, then you could establish targets. You could do what is popular now, KPIs, which we all KPIs, everybody's KPI. That's the thing. Everybody likes catchphrases for things nowadays. So KPIs, key performance indicators. Um, you do all, you can do all those fancy things, which we do, and we're there. But I'm talking about like people just starting out grinding, or you've been in business, but you've never really dealt with the accounting or the financial part. Like you just put your head in the sand, kind of like the emu on the insurance commercials. You just go put your head in the sand and hope for the best. Can't do that. Can't do it. Nope. So you have to get into this stuff now, because the main thing that you really want to watch is your cash flow. Now, your cash flow, I'm going to do a separate session on cash flow. I highly recommend you listen to anything anybody has to say about cash flow, because if you're in business, cash flow is what's going to put you, that's what's going to make or break you. More companies fail because they run out of cash, not because of lack of customers or bad service or something. They run out of money because there's a big timing game. I'm not going to get into that too much today, but you definitely want to get into the cash flow game. But you need these books to do this. You got to have it. Got to have it. So let's recap here. 1, accounting, language of business. All right. We need that, so we understand what our business is doing. 2, we need the information to run our business, because as owners, and that's another thing too, when you become an owner, you have to have the 30,000 foot view. You have to have that so you can see, and in order to do that, you need this picture from these financial statements, so you can see what's really going on, so that you can manage the business and control the cash, so you don't go out of business. All right. So those are the main things. But notice everything I'm mentioning is about you. So now let's get to the external uses, and these are what people are most familiar about. 1, investors. So let's say you have, some, I don't know, whatever. There's plenty of ideas out here, brilliant ideas, great ideas. There are great ideas out here. But let's just say you have an idea. You go to Aunt Mimi. Hey, Aunt Mimi, I need, $5,000 to get it going. Aunt Mimi is like, yo, okay. She worked in business. So she's like, let me see, how you doing? You've been in business for a little while. Let me see how you doing. So guess what? Aunt Mimi does not want your box of receipts. Okay, she don't want that. Side note, I don't want them either, but we'll talk about that in a second. But she does not want the box of receipts. She wants to see something that make her comfortable about giving you $5,000. Yeah, of course, you blood, you're related, but we all know blood and money sometimes doesn't mix. But so you need the financial form. All right. She'll say, okay. She may have someone like me lurking in the back to look at it, and I'll say, Mimi, what is this? What are you doing here? You gonna invest in that? I mean, is it a gift, or you really think you're gonna get some money back? So that's that's where we are with that. Now the next use, and the reason you need this system, is lending. So of course, if you want to borrow money for your business, they're going to ask for the last 2 years' tax returns and the current financial statements. It's a lot better to have that stuff together than to call your accountant and try to put it together in 30 seconds and get it. And we'll be talking about transactions that you made a year ago and you have no idea you can't remember. Okay, so by having a system that you do it, you stay in tune with the system, you can get it. It's not just for your business. If you're running a business full time, you try to buy a house. I just dealt with 2 of these situations this year. Underwriters always want to see, is the business this, business that. They want to see this stuff. They are going to ask for it. Okay. So if you are planning on buying a home and you own a business and that's your only source of income, make sure you get some books to put it together because they're going to ask for them. Okay. Just, period. They're going to see that. They're going to ask for your personal stuff. It's a very intrusive operation. And that's how lenders work. They're going to come in and do that. Now, the last one, which we all know, and we all love, are the taxing agencies. So basically, we have to report what we earn to the taxing agencies, your IRS, your state, whatever you have. Okay. If you have a sales tax thing going on, you have to report to the state. So no problem. We do it. Now, I want you to notice the order that I mentioned that. I mentioned that last. So I said earlier that that's the first thing that people usually say. I named it last. And this is what I practice. I mean, I'm a little OCD with the books. I will admit that. Okay. But go figure. That's my profession. But I don't do my books for the IRS. Do it for me. So let's bear that in mind. So, that just keep that. That's very important. And I'm probably going to say this in other weeks too, because it's not a common mindset. So here we go. So our next subject is like, where do you start? What do you do? Okay. They're like, hey, I hear you, Heyward. I hear you. I need a system. All right. Sounds good. I know if you're still awake out there, because I do understand it's accounting. So if you're still out there, we're trying to, your eyes are starting to glaze over. You're swiping on your phone or something right now. That's cool. That's all right. I don't take it personal. It's not a popular topic. So I'm going to give you some tips on where you want to get started. Two main things here. I'm going to start with the more behavioral part. Be consistent. Whatever system you use, be consistent in using it. So if you decide that you're going to keep a ledger, you're going to do ledger paper, or you're going to use, we're going to use whatever you're going to do, stay consistent and do it. Set aside a time and say, okay, on, I don't know, the last Sunday of the month or before, when you're watching some reality TV show on Sunday night, go ahead and be consistent, write down your stuff or do it weekly, based on what your business is. It's like your transaction flow. Get on there weekly and do it. Do it consistently, because if you wait till the end of the year, you're not going to remember the details of anything. Okay. So you generate transactions throughout the year. You wait till the end of the year, you come up, and then you try to slide a box over to the accountants, and we start asking you questions that you have absolutely no idea what they were. So you want to be consistent, and believe it or not, it takes less time to be consistent over the year than just putting your head in the sand and throwing receipts in the box and going from there. So we want to do that. But in terms of systems, I personally and the firm as a whole, we suggest you use a cloud-based system. There's of course the big dog, QuickBooks Online. I don't really use that anymore. Just keep it 100. I mean, people use it. We don't support it at the firm. People use it because it's the big dog. Intuit has done a great job making people believe that, hey, if you buy QuickBooks, you don't need anybody else. You can do it yourself. But if it was like artificial intelligence and it did it itself, it would work. But the thing is, you still have to put stuff in there, and that's where people get jammed up. So there's a whole industry in fixing QuickBooks files. Like there's people who are doing very well for themselves by fixing QuickBooks files. So that's where we go there. But my thing is this: We use a program named Xero, Xero, zero, cloud-based, very good, very clean interface, pretty easy to use, uses terms like spend money, receive money, kind of keeps it, where people are, but yet has enough functionality so that more advanced things can be done with it. But that's one. There's wave accounting. There's some of these other things out here, cashew, But I tell people the best system is the one you're going to use. If you're going to use an Excel spreadsheet, which is better than a box of receipts, use it. Just be consistent with it. All right. And that's what you do it. I mean, those are the two things. And then, my other points are, hey, get it set up. Get it set up by a pro. Get some training by the pro. Get it set up. Like, do that, because I'm going to tell you, in this environment, this software really is designed, like everything is designed to do a lot of the manual labor. Like when my father, he had me doing this stuff, he would give me a stack of check stubs and be like, oh, we got to key this stuff in and go do that. I mean, we are past that because of bank fees and things like that. So it's not as daunting as, people think. So use these softwares, use them. But if you get somebody to set you up, give you some tips, even if you outgrow doing it and you have someone else in your office handling it, you want to have a bead on what's supposed to happen. Like, wait, this is a side tip. Don't ever, listen to me, all right, ever let somebody else be responsible for your financial records. Don't ever do it. In fact, in our practice, that's not allowed. The term, I don't know, my accountant, doesn't exist around here. We don't do that. No. It's your business, so you need to know. That's just, sorry, sidebar there. But anyway, those are the two tips, those are the two main things. And one final tip, okay, it's shameless, but don't be afraid to pay somebody to help you. If you get stuck and or you get it set up and you're like, oh, I need somebody to look at this. This is wild. Don't be afraid to pay somebody, and because it's an investment. Like, remember what I said. How are we going to use this data? We're going to use this data to manage the business, to make profits, to reach our goals, to take care of our families. And so this is the bedrock right here. This is the basic thing. You got to do this. You got to do it either in real time or after the fact, but it serves you better to do it in real time. So, those are the main things. But if you get stuck, pay someone. It's okay. It's all right. It's not a problem. People, you pay them. It's an investment. Okay. That's how we go there. So that was my little presentation on why you need an accounting system. I can go on and on, but it's Saturday and I do have the ebook coming out. So, I just wanted to get those things out there, get your mind turning. Of course, you can always shoot us an email at support@Heyward CPA, or go to any of our social media channels if you have questions about what I just presented, and any other questions, business questions. As I said, we had some questions. We had this out this week. We had some questions. I fielded some questions offline, and so I have one. Here's a good one. Okay, well, this one came in here, and the answer I've already done, but I think is a good place to start. I can freelance this. I have a question. Say, what should I have done when I started my business, but I didn't know it? Well, okay, first things first, obviously, you probably should have got your books together. But I'll take this opportunity to talk about planning. definitely plan your business. Like the term, who I see is on here, a couple of people, intentional. People love using the term intentional. Business is intentional. I mean, it's not by accident. It is intentional. Okay. And people are, you know, they are not, they put their business to chance. So if you don't have the right information, and I don't just mean financial data. Someone just asked, what are books? Books are your the records of all your transactions in one place. That's probably the easiest way to put it. But if you beyond that, just having a basic plan, having a plan for how you gonna operate the business. People think a business plan is, I'm going to get a loan. Okay, I'm going to get a loan. Once again, looking at something for an external use, just like having your accounting records off for taxes. It's for you. Business plan is for you. It's a living document. There's a living document where you sit there and you say, hey, if nothing else, how am I going to make money? Who am I selling to? What price am I going to sell? What it answers questions about how this thing is going to work. Am I going to take investors? It's like, look at it. It can essentially be like a journal for your business. So, and yeah, I mean, the subject here this morning is about doing the books, but it's also, listen, it's about planning. And the one thing in this era, the world moves so fast now. The world moves extremely fast, even in small business. It moves fast because of technology. So you have to put something down, like, this is how we're going to do this service. This is what we're going to do. And you can change it, because you will change. When you own a business, there's nothing going to stay the same on a daily basis. I'm telling you. First of all, I mean, if you're selling to people, it's always going to be something. But you want to have something to go back to the document, and so you could say, oh, hey. And then if you end up with a partner, you have something that's sitting there and say, oh, this is how we operate. This is what we're doing. But by putting your business a chance, well, yeah. I mean, you may as well take the investment and just play Mega Millions every week. Just do it if you're gonna put it to chance. I know that's kind of flippant, but I'm just saying it's because of the amount of information we have. I mean, it's available, so you have to take advantage of that and take care of the tools. So, that's the question. I mean, I've been blabbering, so just got to that question. But look, I see I'm a shout out. I got some peeps up in here. I got, of course, the number one fan, Ranita, up in there. Kim Jones in the building. Lisa, thank you for signing on. Dr. Price up there in the DMV, very good. And Mr. Nostalgia himself, maybe I could get him to join my DJ podcast at some point. And everybody else that checked in. So listen, I want to thank you all for coming in and checking me out. As I said, if you have any questions, we're on Twitter at Heyward CPA. We're on Instagram at Heyward CPA PLLC. This is streaming on our YouTube channel as well. And our website, www.heywardcpa.com. Plenty of information there as well. Come in, send the info. I mean, so as I said, it could be individual too. We do individual stuff. So we have some answers coming up. We have some more explainer videos coming as well. So stay tuned. We're taking a new approach to this stuff because, we want to educate the consumer base and, help people keep more of their money. That's what it's all about. So that being said, I'm out. It's Saturday. I hope you go enjoy the weather or something. You got a little accounting tutorial or something. So I know you might need some caffeine now. But anyway, thank you once again. And I'll see you soon. Peace. Don't forget, Financial Flipside Podcast. We'll be back in production real soon. But financialflipside.com, it is a great podcast that's co-hosted between myself and our marketing coordinator at the firm, Latasha Pugh. We talk about money, and we talk about the intersection of money, politics, sociology, race, the whole nine. So definitely check it out. So, okay. But don't forget, 2 weeks. This is every other week. I'm coming out here right now, especially for the summer. Every 2 weeks, I'll be live. Check me out. Don't forget, throw those questions in. Don't wait till the end of the year to ask the questions. I'm here. All right? So with that being said, I'm out.